This video is presented by Canadian Gundam. $10 flat shipping cost from coast to Canadian coast. Please visit their website at canadiangundam.com.
Hey guys, it's Mark from Gunpla Network, and welcome to my review of the HG Gundam Seed Zaku Warrior live concert version. So as we saw in the unboxing, this was a kit from Gundam Seed Destiny, and it's basically the base Zaku Warrior painted in a pink colour scheme, which is a live concert version. And this one was used by Mia Campbell, who was posing as Lacus Klein. And it was basically a stage prop. She sang on the open hand there. Sorry for a little mosquito buggy thing that's flying around my little rotating base, which I finally got. So it's nighttime here in Australia when I'm filming this. So these little buggers are out. Not going away. Sorry. Yeah, so I guess it kind of looks exactly the same as it would in the series if you're a fan of Gundam Seed Destiny. I liked it. I wouldn't say I'm crazy about it. But I chose this kit, like I said, because it was dirt cheap and I have some plans for it, so the pink colour scheme did not annoy me whatsoever. So the Zaku Warrior was the mass production type kit after the Janus Treaty was signed, after Gundam Seed, obviously limiting countries and the colonies' technologies to stop them from getting to another war type point. So the Zaku Warrior was basically their mass production suit, and it was superior to the GAT-X series, so the Strike, Buster, all those 5 Gundams we had in the previous series, their base production performance was. And like those Gundams, it was actually designed to be mounted with wizard packs, they're called. Now you can see on the back, obviously he's got a hard point that you could use for something else, and that would be something like the Ace pilots could have twin shoulder shields, missile packs, bigger booster packs. You were allowed to customize. If you were a base pilot, like not very good, I guess you just had the standard, which was this Zaku Warrior, which was, came with some basic weapons, which we can see here was a rifle. As you saw in the quick look, that can be held by the other opposing. This hand could hold that with the right hand holding this up. Magazine clips are actually removable on the inside of the shield there. You would notice you have a few of those. Put that back down there. You actually get 4 hands with this kit, it's really good. A tomahawk, which if you painted that would probably look a little bit better. Bit different to the normal Zaku, like a heat hawk, which is cool. And that was really it, guys. Now, I haven't stickered this up at all, apart from the eye, as the one sticker I used. Otherwise, I mean, you're meant to have these, love, the heart, Haro, Lacus Klein alive, on the shield, shoulders, stuff like that. But I intend to paint the kit, so there's no point putting stickers on for me. Same as the yellows. The only one I did use was the little blue dot for the eye, and that kind of fits really well. So I'd say the stickers aren't actually too bad for this kit. Which you could see here. Cool. Alright, so first up, building this kit was pretty easy. I think it took me about half an hour to chop the pieces off of the runners, put them into 6 little containers, and like arms, left arm, left leg, right leg, torso, chest, stuff like that, break them up and then build them section by section. And then it took me about another hour of building, denubbing, stuff like that. I will say there are a few nub marks that were quite annoying on this, just up along the horn on the side part. I didn't really finish these ones properly on the grenades because I don't actually intend to use those when I do the next part of this kit. The seam lines. That leg went together quite well. This leg, I just can't get it to go any better. So some seam line removal would be required. I would say front of the thighs, front of the leg, back of the legs, Back of the thigh, you don't really notice. Probably on the shoulder points, and that's probably about it. Yeah, that's it. So in the standard kind of places, the only thing is in the bottom of the forearms, wrist, I guess you would say, there is actually the backs of the forearms, and the front there is a pretty heinous seam line. In terms of articulation, the head will go a little forward, a little backwards, rock back and forth, and slide. No real side to side. You can turn a little, but as with most Zakus, I mean, the eye can actually turn from underneath. There's a grey piece which is hard to see, and you can turn that to turn the eye. The arms, that one will go all the way round. This one will go all the way round also. That's on a ball joint inside there, the shield. So, I mean, you can pose that out as far as you can imagine. The shield will do its own full 360. Spare ammo clips are on the inside of the shield. The only disappointing thing is, like in the actual series, the tomahawk is actually meant to be housed inside the shield, and I'm guessing because it's a 144, you can't really, expect that kind of thing. The shield might be too thick, too heavy for the ball joint. So, yeah, you can't do that. But I mean, you probably could if you wanted to attach it to the back with a little modification. These grenades do actually, the 4 grenades come off. They're just a little hole there and clip onto the side skirt. They weren't too bad. Like I said, 4 separate pieces though, and there are some bad nub marks on the edge of those. That's why I left it. The arm articulation is pretty standard. He will go up into that kind of pose. This goes up and back to allow you to achieve, certain amount of. That's as much. I mean, he'll go level on the arms. The legs. This is one piece, and there are vents inside here. They're actually just clipped in like that. Same as on the back skirt there. That's a cool detail though, having vents inside there. I probably would chop those out to fill those in. That's just a cap over the back for the thruster. Like I said, that's a hard point mounting that if you had one of the alternatives, the Blaze Zaku Warrior or the Warrior Gunner, I think it is, you would have different accessories along the back, hence making use of those points. The actual, the hosing, I digress, there is about around the edge here. That's actually one solid piece, flat piece as well that the torso sits on. So it made it a bit easier than the UC Zaku's putting the hosing around the edges. This hosing was actually quite flexible on the legs. It bent a fair way. And that around the head is actually just one ring that you bolt the cap over the head, and it kind of covers the flat bit at the back. I do like the high neck on this armor around the back of the head. And the legs will go up like that, so you can kind of get a kick, but you'll end up hitting the skirt. So that's how high you can get the leg there. To the back, you can go like that. And the only problem I found was the polycap seems to be a little loose on the legs. The leg will fall off. I had a hell of a time trying to pose it for the quick look. Skirts will go up, 180-ish type thing. Yeah, so the kit, what did I think of it? Easy build. Definitely an easy build. Some things to fix up. I wouldn't just put it straight on the shelf as is. Obviously it's pink, which is a bit of an annoyance, but the other green one was $5 more. So if you're just after a green Zaku, then yeah, it's not too bad. I like the shoulder shield on these, different to the UC Zakus, which have like the triple spiked left shoulder and the shield down the right arm. Good little differences here. I prefer this. Obviously you can get one with a commander fin. I quite like the smoother looking head on it. Buy or skip? I'd say it's a buy. Like I said, cheap kit. If you're into modification, like fixing up the seam lines and stuff like that. You can fix without painting. Obviously, you just use a higher grade of sandpaper to finish it off, to get it back to a smooth finish once you've sanded over with glue. But yeah, I think this is actually a really good clean slate for modification. I mean, there's not a great deal of panel lining on this, particularly because it's pink. It would be hard to see anyway. Black maybe would be the best option for that. Surprisingly, the vents on the chest here, they're actually a separate piece on each one, and they did not fall off, unlike the HGAC Wing Gundam that I reviewed earlier, and that thing was a pain, mega pain. This was good in comparison. They stuck to it. So yeah, I'd definitely say buy this, particularly in the green if you're just a fan of green Zakus, or a fan of Seed Grunt suits. This is really good. I've also got a another Seed Grunt suit, which was a Strike Dagger. So yeah, this is really cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next review. Bye!